Stranger Than Fiction number 16, Dwayne Gray. Dwayne Gray's Come Home came to my attention via the 1993 17-track White Label album, Take It, It's Rock and Roll. Its original release was on the 2nd of November 1959, on the short-lived Majestic label out of Fort Worth, Texas. The Majestic was a theatre situated at 1101 Commerce Street in Fort Worth. It opened in 1911 and seated 1,356 people, but it had fallen on hard times, and post-war it was refurbished before finally being condemned in 1964. During the mid to late 1950s it staged several country and rock and roll shows. I believe the record label was a desperate attempt to cash in and revive the Majestic's fortunes. But as far as I know, Dwayne's Come Home was the second of only 2 releases on Majestic, having been preceded by Okie Jones in November of 1958. He was born Dwayne Edward Gray to parents Oliver Gray and Willie Bell Peddington on the 29th of September 1937 in Sanger, Denton, Texas. Dwayne was one of 6 children. There were 3 boys and 3 girls. I've searched for Dwayne on several occasions. Previously I'd found several adverts for live shows from the late 1960s, Dwayne Gray and the Texans at the Four Seasons Ballroom, but nothing could prepare me for what I found once I corrected the spelling of his Christian name.
Well, come home, come home, come home, come home, sweet lady, come home, come home, come home, come home, come on home, pretty baby, come on back. Well, I am so lonely, I am so blue, I just said weary over you, come home. Baby, come on back.
24th of September 1975, Dwayne Edward Gray, aged 37, took his own life at the Silver Spur Motel in Amarillo, Potter, Texas. Gray was found face down in the bathroom with a single gunshot wound to his forehead. Together with Sarah Prater, aged 45, Gray's common-law wife, they had been on the run for 15 days. Prater was arrested at the hotel and held on remand. $10,000 bond was refused. The two fugitives were sought after the body of 30-year-old Brenda K. Ricks was discovered by a passing motorist on Ray White Road on the outskirts of Fort Worth on the 9th of September. She had been shot 7 times with Gray's .25 caliber handgun. The accused had laughed and boasted about the slaying to 2 men, who themselves were wanted in connection for a murder of a man on the 25th of August near Keller. They added Gray had taken $3 from her purse before throwing her into a ditch. Another witness had stated that Gray, Prater and Ricks had left their home in Smithfield together on the 8th of September, having just discharged 2 rounds from his gun. Detective Whistler stated there was no clear motive for the slaying, other than the 3 had argued in the parked car. He added Gray was just plain mean. Gray was also wanted for an $8 armed robbery on the 31st of August. He was identified by photograph by the victim. Prater stated her husband had been despondent over the recent death of his mother. Needless to say, but this record will never quite sound the same again, I'm thinking.